And then we are going to talk a little bit about some news, and then we're going to talk about some video tips. So here we go. We've got 21 days of inventory, kind of hanging in there. That's a good thing. 550 homes are active that are 430,000 or under, and 430,000 happens to be our median price right now, but I see the price is rising a little bit, so we'll see what happens between now and the end of the month. Y'all are selling 84 homes a day. Amazing. 35 of those are to investors. I did a search yesterday. We had our contracts class with Jimmy Digg talking about the disclosures and buyer brokerage and things of that nature. And it's interesting to note that 32% of our buyers are cash buyers. That really solidifies our position economically, just so everybody knows. And of course, you all have to realize that Las Vegas is back, pretty much back. And tomorrow I'm going to show you a little bit about some of the stats supporting that. Let's see, we've got 838 sales so far this month. That's incredible because let's see, Saturday was the first, Sunday was the second, and so no closings then. So, you know, in 8 days, we've closed a lot of homes, even though the 84 reflects 10 days through midnight last night, just so you all know that. People can still buy homes at the median price, PITI, pretty much what the rent is for that same home. So if you can get a lender to help you understand their different programs, we should be selling homes. And I mean, the 35 sales a day are investors that are going out there to rent homes. So there are homes for people to rent, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of people that would rather buy and take the advantages of home ownership. In 10 years, a renter's net worth is averaged, $6,000-7,000, but a homeowner is net worth is over 10 years, $250,000. That's a big number. Anyway, and that's because of appreciation and the buy down of the principal when you make your payment. So that's our stat section of our show today. Let's segue over to what's going on in the news. And wow, Tivoli Village is being sold for $216 million. And that was announced yesterday. Eli Siegel is presenting us with this information. I always like to give everybody credit. And the photo is by Benjamin H. Photo is his handle, Benjamin Hager, the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Nice picture. And here's the deal. Let's see if we can't get through this. Tivoli is set to come down under new ownership. $216 million plus deal more than a decade after it opened. And real estate firm 3D Investments confirmed to the Review-Journal on Monday that it's buying the suburban Las Vegas retail and office complex from its Israeli owners. And the buyer declined further comment on the sale. And it's located, of course, at the northeast corner of Rampart and Alta Drive, right across from the Suncoast Casino. Tivoli features 370,000 square feet of retail and restaurants and 300,000 square feet of office space. And it's quite, when they were building it, it was unbelievable. I thought, oh my gosh, who's going to rent all these offices? But obviously they did quite well. So landlord IDB Group of USA Investments unveiled last month that it was selling the open-air Mediterranean-themed property adjacent land to 3D Investments for $216 million. We succeeded in selling the Tivoli project at a price and on terms beyond the expectations we held over the course of the process, said Dorman Cohen, chief executive of the IDB Group, USA's majority owner, property and building corp, in a report last month from an Israeli business news outlet Globes. It also marks the last big acquisition in Southern Nevada by the Beverly Hills, California-based buyer. So he is from California. Go figure that one out. 3D Investments founder Joseph Danishard is no stranger to Las Vegas. He purchased more than 200 units in Boca Raton, a luxury condo complex south of the Strip, for $44 million in 2018. And his family bought nearly 60 acres of mostly empty real estate just east of the Strip in early 2019 for $130 million. And he also acquired the Las Vegas Grand, a 212-unit apartment complex for $48 million. So these fellas are very much into real estate and decided to unload, the Tivoli Village, I guess, for the right price, of course. So that's that. And then this really intrigued me. So it says, do you want to blow out your wedding? Try this Las Vegas hotel. This is a $5 million package. And you wonder, what the heck can you get? Why $5 million for a wedding package? Yes. Look at that. Oh my, that's so pretty. That's a Waldorf Astoria. So let me do this. So soon to be brides and grooms with a few million extra dollars in their budget can now opt for the ultra-lavish wedding weekend with the new $5 million package from the Waldorf Astoria in Las Vegas. And that is a beautiful place, absolutely beautiful. On our website, we have a beautiful video of the condo unit of the Waldorf there. And it's just filled with amenities. It's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's see here today. Hi, Frank. Good morning. Good morning. I know I'm a late bloomer this morning. And hi, Debbie. Good to see you too. Sorry I'm late today. John has physical therapy on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so it kind of interferes with my timeliness. Sorry about that. Anyway, the luxury hotel created a grand wedding package in anticipation of Las Vegas' 5 millionth wedding. So listen to this. If you all are out there doing Instagram or whatever you're doing, Las Vegas is about to announce its 5 millionth wedding. It's the perfect for the couple wanting the ultimate party without too much planning responsibility. So you could say, I'm getting married in Vegas. We are the 5 millionth and one, or whatever it is, right? And we are also going to spend $5 million and stay at the Waldorf Astoria, and they are going to do our wedding. So here's what you get. So a 3-night wedding weekend buys out the Waldorf Astoria and curates the celebration for up to 300 guests by celebrity wedding planner Andrea Ippolito. Now, you're buying out the Waldorf Astoria, and all your guests, I assume they have 300 rooms. I didn't fact check that, but probably that's what they're saying. And the festivities begin with a private round trip charter jet to Las Vegas for the couple and their bridal party, according to the description. And the wedding can be curated to the couple's taste. And a sample itinerary includes a welcome reception on the 23rd floor sky lobby on day 1, a pool party and private spa use on day 2, and the wedding ceremony, reception, and the after party with views of the strip on day 3, and a farewell brunch in the next morning at one of the resort's restaurants, cooked by a celebrity chef. The happy couple was guaranteed use of the presidential suites and can shop dozens of luxury brands for a weekend wardrobe shopping spree at the shops at the Crystals. Now, I take that includes whatever they buy up to probably a certain price point. And wedding bands from high-end jewelers at the shop. Wow. And of course, Harry Winston. Oh my gosh. Beautiful jewelry, beautiful designer. In my opinion, overpriced. However, it is still beautiful. Tiffany and Cartier are also included. So the perks don't end when the rice is tossed. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Good morning, my dear. I'm going to get you on my show, and we're going to get you into video. Anyway, I digress. The package includes a 7-night honeymoon to, listen to this. It includes a 7-night honeymoon to any Waldorf Astoria in the world via first-class flights. You can go to New York, Los Cabos, Maldives, and Rome. I don't know where Maldives is. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, 7 days in first class. Cool. And the first year of marriage passes, right? The couple then can come back for an anniversary celebration where it all started at the Waldorf Astoria. How wonderful. Couples interested can contact the hotel. And there's the website in case you're one of them. But oh my gosh, what a wonderful package. $5 million only. Anyway, that really got my attention. Blow out your, I think that, Instagrammers and TikTokers, y'all need to make use of this. this is an attention getter. This is an attention getter. So the Tivoli Square, okay, we're interested in real estate, and that could be a good Instagram thing, maybe not TikTok, but this is definitely TikTok material, in my opinion. Now we're going to segue on to the third part of the show. And yesterday we said this. Remember this? They come for the plot, they stay for the characters. And Karen, I'm going to get you on the show and a couple times, and we're going to see your style and if you're willing, and we will create your character. That's exciting to me? All right, so let's see. Now, we're going to give some video tips. And Glennda Baker in Atlanta, Georgia, my hometown, home state. This is her Instagram, and this is on her bio. You click and you go to this page. And this is a great feature in Instagram if you're not an Instagrammer. And what she's done is, I think her example is really cool about what she has done. LOL, I'm a character. Will be shown in 5 minutes. Okay. You are a character. I love you. You are a character. We've known each other a long time. I think you'd be great on film. So anyway, so when you go to her Instagram and you click on her bio, this is the page that comes up. And Glennda says, she's in a conference, and I think it's like this month, January 29th, she's a speaker at a conference. So she's putting that right up on top for you to go buy tickets for her conference. Great idea. And then her guide to video, and then then she says big ass houses in LA, realtor.reacts, Glennda Baker. So she's showing, what's going on in other parts of the country. And then she's saying, hire me to speak. I even think I might hire her and bring her on as a guest on one of my Saturday shows. She's a hoot. And then join my VIP email list, and you all should have that everywhere. And then follow me on TikTok. I think that I looked at her YouTube channel, and she hasn't done a lot of YouTube lately. And same with Instagram. I think somebody might be posting for her, but I think where she's thriving right now is on TikTok. Glennda is 50, 56, or I forget, she's in her 50s, I think. Anyway, she's just a great gal, and has developed her style, and she's got that Southern accent. My mother knocked it out of me when I was a young girl, because my mother was a Yankee, my daddy was a rebel, and she didn't want to know they were divorced. So she took the Southern drawl out of me. Y'all, I still say y'all. Still sounds good. Natural for me. And then she says, watch my exclusive Instagram series. So I would go to Glennda Baker and kind of see what she does. And she's got thousands of followers. I forget how many, lots of followers. And she is a real estate agent extraordinaire in Atlanta, Georgia, with that Southern drawl. So she has been a star for the past 6 years in her successful 6 years of sobriety. And kudos to her. She does her video from her kitchen. She's got her lighting set up, her camera set up, and she does her videos from her kitchen. So you'll see that if you go on her YouTube channel. All righty, so that is Glennda. Now, here's something, it's all about answering the questions when it comes to video nowadays. It's about having a hook. You have to have a hook. You have to get people interested. So here's some real estate questions. Now, there's 100 video ideas here. I'm not going to read them all, but I'll go through some of these briefly. So now some of these questions are questions that you answer. You say, how did I get started in real estate? And then you tell your story, because sometimes it's pretty interesting. And then you say, why do I love selling houses? Wow, you could go on forever on that one. And then what are the biggest mistakes I've made? How did I ever get my first listing? I always tell the story about John. He was knocking doors like he was supposed to. And somebody said, oh, yeah, I'd like to list my house. He goes, hold that thought. I got to go get my broker, because he had never written a listing contract before. And when he tells the story, he, of course, he was there, it was him. So it sounds really good when he tells it. And then, did you learn more about real estate on site or in class? Well, we know that we learn it by experience. Every day we wake up, we're unemployed, and every day there's a new experience. And as a broker, like Karen is, that we hear all the other stories that people tell us. So we always have stories to tell about real estate. And then, how do you approach home marketing? So that would be something that you would want to do a video about, and say, this is what I do for marketing. I put you on thousands of websites. I boost you on Facebook. I do your listing on Instagram. I do a quick TikTok about you. All those things don't take much time. And depending on how many listings you have, you'll get yourself into a good system of doing that. But when people start hearing that you're technical, according to NAR, that's one of the things that sellers and buyers look for, are people with technical experience. They already know how to find homes. So that's not your forte. Now, finding them the right home is what they want you to do, of course. But they already know kind of what they want. So they've done a lot of our homework. Like, we used to preview homes and things like that. Now they preview the homes and they tell us what they like. So, and then with all the pictures now that people take, they've taken a lot of the drudgery work, I think. Previewing homes, John and I used to preview homes. And oh my goodness, getting into them, then seeing them when they were messy because they weren't cleaned up, because we were just previewing. And then we'd have to tell the seller, we're going to bring a buyer by, your house meets our criteria, but can you just, can you clean it up? I mean, those were tough conversations. I don't like somebody to clean their house, tell them that, but you have to. Anyway, but now people see the home. There's, 50 pictures. Come on, you pretty much get a good idea of the front, the back, and the inside of the home and the amenities now. So when they start calling you and saying, I want to buy a home, they pretty much know what they want. And so your technical skills, if you're, if you're searching for homes that are not on the market, you need some technical skills to do that, and some marketing skills. So lots of things you can talk about when for that particular number. And then, how important is home location? Well, we know that if somebody's coming here to live from California and they're going to work on the Strip, location may be important, because they may want to be within 10 minutes of their job, 20 minutes of their job. Those are the types of questions that you're going to ask people. Are you moving to Vegas, and are you going to work on the Strip, and I can help you find a home that's convenient to your job? So, you need to get that stuff just rolling right off of your tongue, so that you can, click those computer files in your brain. Let's see. How do you go from being a renter to an owner? That's a good one. And nowadays, NAR says, if you're going to buy a home, you need to start searching about 90 to 120 days out. So if you're farming the renters, or you come upon a renter, you need to tell them, we need to prepare you before your lease is up, or ask your property manager or the owner if your lease is up in 3 months, if perhaps you can go month to month for 2 months till you find a house. So you want to be able to prepare people for that. And how do you establish trust as a real estate agent? Well, I don't know. That's we know how you do that, right? I think we talked about that yesterday. What did we say yesterday? Perfection is the illusion designed to keep you from your destiny. And then this one, which, whoops, where'd it go? Where's my other one? I love the other guy. Where'd he go? It says connection is perfection. I guess it's not with me today. Okay. Anyway, I love that one. So some of these, you have to pick and choose. Oh, the best home inspection horror story. Oh my gosh, there are some of those. And one of the things that you'll find about, if you look at Glennda Baker's site on YouTube, she has a video that says, if you're buying a home in Atlanta, Georgia, you're going to have termites. And that is really cute. And you could say, if you're buying a home in Las Vegas, you may have scorpions, and I will help you. And that's a whole twist of her. The hook is, if you're buying a home, you're going to have termites, right? That's a hook. People want to hear what? Let me hear more. But if you're buying a home in Las Vegas, you just might have scorpions. Let me tell you what we're going to do, so you can spin that one to our, and of course, like Jimmy said yesterday when I brought that up, he said, well, you can't say that we don't have termites in Vegas, because we do. They just don't go where it's damp. They go also where it's hot and dry. It depends, because your faucet could be leaking. There could be some infestation for whatever reason. And so there are homes, and the older homes more than the newer homes we found in our 34 years of real estate. It's more of the older homes. But anyway, and radon. Yeah, radon. I don't know if this is on this one or the next one, but radon is something that you can do. Do you know there's radon in Las Vegas? And do you know that radon comes from the ground? Right? Do you know radon comes from granite? We all have granite countertops, right? So I would want to do a little spin on that. That it's not going to be in your granite countertops. What is foreclosure season? I have a whole slide for you tomorrow to show you, the foreclosures in Vegas over the years, and why. I mean, we're like hardly have any right now. And I know Frank has some really interesting information. If he wasn't so camera shy, he could come and tell us all the information he has. I'm giving you a hard time, Frank, because I love you. And you are a character. Y'all, you need to get on video. So what is your top moving tip? Should I buy a home with radon mitigation system? Is asbestos really a problem? What are the negatives of an HOA, community? 70% of our communities here are in HOAs, and Frank says, laugh out loud. Yeah. I love you, Frank, really. Can an assisted living facility take my home? That's an interesting thing. I never even thought of that one. And are there video cameras in homes we tour? That's a good one. You could really spin that one, right? We're going to see homes today, but you're going to be on video. Or you could say, you're going to be on video today because we're going to tour homes. Anyway, you could spin that one. You're going to be a TV star. Lots of ways you can spin some of this stuff. And there's 100 ideas here, and I'm going to put them in the group for everybody. But what's better, granite or quartz, and why? Now, this may take a little bit of investigation on your part. Google it, right? That's about as much as you need, but it'll make a good little 30-second video. What's better, single family or a townhome, and why? So these are questions that buyers have. These came from buyers, a lot of these. And so you need to be prepared to do 100 videos answering these questions. And if you listened to the last week to our videos, a lot of them batch them. They'll take like one of the fellows said he takes like 10 to 14 hours twice a month or something, and he does his videos all at one time. I mean, because these are evergreen. These are evergreen, meaning that they're not time sensitive. So then I'm looking as I'm talking here, modern home or grandma's house. Why? So in other words, are you going to buy a brand new home or are you going to buy a resale? And what's the differences? People moving from other parts of the country where they don't have houses going up all the time like we do, they would like to know, well, what's the advantage? I'm going to pay more. Why? So that's a really good one. And should I paint my red brick house? Now, if you're we don't have a lot of brick houses here. So I think I might say, should I paint my stucco house? Maybe you wouldn't do that one here. Or should I paint my red brick house? You could say, we don't have red brick houses in Vegas, so you don't have to worry about it. That would be a 30-second one. Misconception new agents have about selling real estate. So that's something that you would have to turn that around to say, misconceptions new agents have about selling real estate. That might be a good little interview with a new agent that you could do. Do I need an agent when buying new construction? Whoa, well, that's a good one here. And I'm sure some of you know what builders are paying and what builders aren't and aren't paying at all. So you could do you could do something on that. You have to be careful here on that one. But anyway, I won't digress on that one, but that's a broker subject, believe me. Should I remove or cover my fireplace? Well, you know why? Because some people are allergic to the fumes from the gas. And I know in our house, you probably can't see behind me, but my fireplace isn't a fireplace. It has candles in it and a decorative plate because I'm allergic to the fumes from the fireplace. Which I really didn't find out until we installed the extra large fireplaces when we retrofitted our house, remodeled our house. So I have 2 extra large fireplaces that I can't use except for candles, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, let's home buying questions is another topic here. And should I buy the worst or the best house on the street? What are the benefits of a VA loan? What does the home buying process look like? What is PMI? All these things you can do videos on. And I'm going to just breeze through these because we're running up on the half hour here. How do you help us in a multi-offer situation? Oh my gosh. We were talking about that yesterday, and I said, you know, what we've learned from Tom Ferry and from Brian Buffini is when in this market, your buyer needs to be qualified subject only to appraisal, right? Only to appraisal. And you don't want that loan contingency, appraisal contingency to get down to the last few days, because if you need an extension, a lot of times sellers aren't going to give it to you because why? Because they have a better offer in the wings. So they know I'm not signing your extension, and they don't have to. They don't have to. So your buyers could be subject to losing their earnest money. A lot of problems if you don't structure the offers to meet the temperature of our market today. And that is a hot market we have. So, and what's the best time to buy a home? A lot of people say, you know, especially in our market, after September, after everybody's done with the home buying for the school people, and then the people that don't want to move during the holidays. So sometimes that's a better month to buy. We didn't see it though, because I kept watching the number of sales that we were doing every day. And, you know, if you look in December, right, they didn't go down. What do we have in December? Let me put this down here. Let's see. Well, last January, we were selling 76. Now we're selling 84. I don't think I have December on this one, no. But anyway, I think 139 was the average last year. So we didn't really slow down that much. So let's see what else. Then I have home selling questions. And then I have personal questions. What was your favorite year? What was your first job? What kind of a household did you grow up in? So you can share pieces of your life, but in a question form, and make sure you do a hook when you open up your video or put the question on your video, which I'm going to show you that tomorrow because I'm going to start doing it myself. I skipped over home selling questions pretty quickly, but what is the best month to sell my home? Will you stage my home? Staging is becoming very important, and especially if it's vacant now. Yeah, people can use box browning and things like that, but seeing is believing when they walk into the home. And if it is vacant, maybe you can take the time to stage it with them. So we're going to look at some vacant homes today. So let's take a minute and see what kind of furniture you might like in this vacant home. I mean, that's an exercise, a technical exercise, and they will be probably impressed with your ability to do that and watch you do it and let them help you in the process. Just things that I'm thinking off the top of my head. Again, I don't buy and sell real estate anymore, but I don't forget that I did it for at least a quarter of a century. Are you a part-time or full-time agent? What does the listing process look like? And we've given you so many tips from Buffini and from Tom Ferry. You can make you can go back and review some of those and, make some really interesting videos with the information that we provided you in the items of value that you could put on the screen like this and say, anyway, lots of things. You all need to be doing video. And if you're not doing it, Tom Ferry and Brian Buffini hasn't said this yet, but Tom Ferry says, if you're not doing video this year, forget 2023 because you've got to get into video. Yeah, honey. John says it's time to go. Okay. Anyway, I will we'll make this available to you. And geez, there's so much information here. There you go, 100 video ideas. And this is a little different than some. I know Katie Lance, one of my mentors, she puts out, a list of topics. And I understand topics, but I took it a step further. I like questions. And now that video is where we're headed, I like the fact that you can hook people in with 30 to 1 minute, 30-second to 60-second videos answering these questions. And then you can always say, stay tuned tomorrow for more or whatever. And people are going to start following you because you're answering. And we all have different answers to these questions. We're all going to spin it a different way. We're all going to put a different picture up there. And just remember, they come for the plot. They stay for the characters. Anyway, and Karen, I know you're a character. Frank's a character. And Debbie, I don't know you yet, but if you're with Karen, you're probably a character too. Anybody can be a character. And you can dress up. You can have something that, like Glennda Baker always wears something with stars on it. And she does it herself. She has people make stuff. No matter where you see Glennda, she's got a shirt or a jacket or jeans or pants that have stars on them. So figure out your character. I love you all. See you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. I can see on my window. I didn't walk again this morning. So only on Mondays. Anyway, I'll see you all soon. Tomorrow.